This podcast is part of the Big Heads Media Podcast Network. Go to bigheadsmedia.com for more great podcasts.
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Boar Meets World. We're your hosts. I'm Kyle. Sitting across the table from me is Steven.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, apologize for the little break there. I guess it's been, 2 weeks now?
2, maybe 3. I don't remember.
Yeah. Hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving holiday and Black Friday, if that's your thing.
Was it your thing?
Not for me, no. I do not do that stuff.
Have you ever went to just observe?
No. I did go maybe 1 or 2 days out afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Went to Spencer's in the mall. I gotta get my breath for this. This is a long story.
Oh, boy.
Anyways, the woman working the counter.
Did you get some adult joke thing?
Gift?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Spencer's, right?
Yeah.
What'd you do?
No. I think we got I can't remember what we got. We got something for somebody. It might have been for Barry. The woman behind the counter went to these kids who were in
Was it a glass of poop juice?
No. No matter how much he likes it. But these underage kids were in the adult toys section.
Oh, my.
Yeah. Finally.
Did you narc on them?
No. The woman working the counter finally was like, you all got to get out of there. You can't be in there. I might have to ask you to leave if you can't. This woman.
If you can't.
Yeah.
If you can't get out of there.
If you cannot compel yourself to follow the directions in this gag store, you're going to be asked to leave. But this woman comes up and she's like, excuse me, I'm their mother. And she couldn't be 5 years older than them. And then, she's arguing with the woman as the woman's trying to ring people up. There's a line. And she says something to the woman that she's like, fuck this bitch. And the lady behind the cash register that had told him to leave and stuff was like, bitch, I will come over this fucking table and come at you. Y'all need to leave.
Y'all need to leave.
Yeah. And they were just going back and forth, cussing one another out. And finally, the three that were in trouble left. So.
And then you said, I'm just going to put my fake barf back and get out of here.
No, I was like, I love this store. Can I shop some more, even though I finally got up to the front of the line? But no. So that happened.
So you haven't been to a Walmart on Black Friday?
No.
It's wild, man.
Is it?
It's wild.
I just like
to go and watch people lose their shit over something that is probably normally priced now. Then
that just would destroy what little
fake deep discount bullshit. Yeah.
What little faith I have in humanity left. That would just...
Oh, you still have some?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Probably because I haven't went Black Friday shopping. But just the lack of empathy that happened when that goes on is disgusting. Greeters getting trampled and...
What about the ones that camp all week?
Yeah.
Is that fucking ridiculous or what?
Yeah, it's out of control.
It's like you're doing this to save $100 off a TV. Well, you didn't fucking work all week to do that?
Yeah. You used your vacation time for this? But no. My uncle's had to work Black Friday because he's a sheriff and or a deputy, whatever you call him. And I haven't got a story from him, but I'll make sure to ask him sometime.
Please do. Report back.
Yeah. There was another time, too. This was had to be 99 or 2000. I went out with my mom and grandma for toy shopping for Zach for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And
want to get Elmo?
No, it was when X-Men had just come out. And Zach was he wanted a Cyclops toy.
Okay.
Yeah. So we got the last one on the shelves. And this was my first exposure to geek culture.
Mm-hmm.
My grandma got one. She hid it in the cart. I was like, why is she hiding this? This 30-year-old overweight dude comes up. He's like, excuse me, have y'all seen the new Cyclops figure? I need it and he's holding all the other ones in his hand. And she's like, no. And I'm looking down at
She said, I don't know what that is.
Yeah. She's like, no, sure haven't. And I'm looking down at it in the thing. And the guy walks off.
Poor guy.
But I was like, I'm going to be like him when I...
And he's still looking for that Cyclops.
Probably.
To this day.
Know.
And your brother probably threw his away. It's probably worth a lot of money or something.
Probably ate the fucking leg off or something like he did all my toys.
Ate the leg off?
Yeah, man. I had 2 Power Rangers, a black and a yellow one. And they had the little unicorn motorcycles that went with them.
Okay.
And he tore the leg off one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, how the fuck is he supposed to ride his motorcycle now? He's got one leg. How am I supposed to play Power Rangers with these? He's got one leg.
All right. But he didn't eat it.
Well, I thought he did.
Okay.
Yeah, at the time. Because I couldn't find the leg.
And what'd you do? Eat it?
Yeah.
That's your first thought?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a crazy little savage thing, though.
That's
when he was a kid. Have I told the Barney story yet about him?
Barney?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Oh, man. He was he wasn't old at all. He had to be 2, maybe 3, and that's stretching it.
Mm-hmm.
But we put Barney on in his room so he could watch it. And I told him, I was like, and he kept running out of his room. And I was like, if you're not going to watch it, we're going to turn it off. And I'm like 6 or 7 at the time because that's the difference between. And he's like, no, I want to keep it on. So I went in there to turn it off, right? He runs in there and bites the fuck out of my nipple. Like he just clamps down on it.
You guys fight each other weird.
Yeah, we're almost like feral animals. Like our dad didn't teach us how to fight like men. We just learned from watching like National Geographic and the Animal Planet.
It's always fun.
Is it?
Like that time you hacky sacked him in the face.
Oh my gosh, yeah, the hacky sack.
There's blood everywhere in that bathroom. I don't know how he bled that much. It was ridiculous.
I don't either. But apparently he didn't clean it up, and Mom was like fucking furious at me.
There's a lot of blood. It looked like somebody was murdered in that bathroom.
She was crying. She was like, how could you do this to your brother?
It was a great time.
All right, let's move on.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we're back. As you may have heard or read, our equipment decided to blow up. Well, that might be an exaggeration, but it didn't work anymore. How about that?
Yeah, it was puttering there. It was taking a shit. It hadn't died yet, but it was well on its way. Mm-hmm. Got a lot of mileage out of those things, though.
Yeah, for some very cheap microphones.
Yeah. It's pretty good. Just if you guys are starting out, what was the mics we had?
I have no idea. The cheapest thing you can find on Amazon, it's pretty good.
Yeah. They don't even have names. But
I think they're under different brands, but they're all like the same mic, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely worth the money. We did all of Raw's Boar back when that was a show on it. Mm-hmm. Ran all the way up to episode 311 of Boar Meets World with it. Did the first half-hour haunts, all the Patreon. So much content with just those little...
It's like 2 years of shows, basically.
Yeah, just cheap little plastic mic.
But now we're back, thanks to our good friend Mark over there.
Yep.
Gave us the hookup.
Shout out Big Heads Media.
Mark, thank you. Check out his show, Massive Late Fee and Retro Late Fee over at bigheadsmedia.com. And so we're back in business.
Yeah.
I think we're going to do okay.
Yeah, we're set up. We're ready to go.
Hopefully it sounds better. Maybe not, because I don't know what the fuck to do with this board we got today.
Yeah, it's way too advanced for us. We don't have any audio engineering experience over here.
So maybe if it doesn't sound great today, maybe in the future it'll sound better because we'll put in some studying. Maybe. Or be like, oh, well, that one sounded pretty good. That's good. It's fine.
Yeah. That's probably going to be the latter, not the former. It sounds fine.
Yeah, it's good enough.
All right, let's jump into this. Boy Meets World, Season 3, Episode 13, New Friends and Old.
That's right. We watched this a while ago.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago.
To go back into the how much we give a shit. We watched this episode. We were going to record, and the mics didn't work, right?
Right.
And so we haven't watched it again. We kind of have some notes, and maybe it'll carry us through or not, and we'll see.
Not to throw anybody under the bus here, but your boy Kyle wanted to watch it again.
Did he?
Somebody was like, no, we got our notes. It'll be okay.
Did he, though?
So
he didn't put up a fight when I said, well, we got the notes.
I got a reputation here.
So this episode opened up with Shawn and Cory sitting in the principal's office there with Feeney. And they're in some different attire this week.
Yeah, showing a little more skin, a little more cheer, kind of leading the way. For
what are you getting at exactly?
Fashion forward. They're dressed as cheerleaders.
Ah, yes. Yeah. How did that come to be?
Well, apparently Frankie and his dad Vader. No, wait, he didn't do it. It's Frankie and Joe. Took their clothes off and burned them or something, right?
Vader made them dress up as cheerleaders and barked at them.
Yeah.
No, Frankie and Joey did it, right? Mm-hmm. And then they're explaining that, whatever, and then they're like, okay, how the hell are we going to get home so nobody sees us in fucking cheerleader outfits, right?
Yeah, because this would be embarrassing if we got caught.
Yeah. Would you be embarrassed?
Heck yeah, man.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah, man. Seriously, well, I embarrass easily anyway.
Oh, yeah.
In public.
Just
at the drop of a hat, I can be embarrassed. I never shook that from my adolescence.
Not at all.
You got any good embarrassment stories? Because you're kind of hard, or you don't sell it, but it seems like it's kind of hard to embarrass you.
Yeah, I'm usually the one, at least with you, trying to make you embarrassed of things. So I guess not really. Yeah.
You got any stories, though, of where you've been like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening?
Nothing that really sticks out because, like I say, I'm usually the one that's trying to upset someone else.
Yeah. So you don't have to be that person.
Yeah. Maybe that's my defense, perhaps.
I feel like if I tried to do that, that would just backfire and it would be so much worse for me.
Yeah, you just end up uber embarrassed at that point.
Like, I am so embarrassed that I couldn't embarrass my friend over here. Mm-hmm. But I do have a couple stories.
Well, please share.
All right. I'll go ahead and do a big one. I was in an EMT class, right? And we had to do CPR on the dummy.
Mm-hmm.
So you get down on your knees, right? You have to push. So apparently I got overzealous or something, getting down to the ground and spreading in my khakis. And my pants just like ripped apart. And it wasn't like just on the leg or anything. It was like my balls were hanging out.
Really?
Yeah.
You were not wearing underwear?
I was.
Oh.
But like
they ripped too.
No, but like the outline of them, like I had a nut hanging out when I was doing CPR the rest of the class. And this was like at like 11 o'clock in the afternoon. The class was over at 4.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to go through all day with ripped pants.
Really?
Yeah.
So your nut was hanging out?
Yeah. I got up and
Seriously?
Seriously. And my dickhead was like poking out too. Like,
really?
Yeah. Like,
well, this is probably a good segue.
Really?
Yeah.
To what?
Well, how hairy was your nut?
Oh. No, the boxers were on them.
Oh, okay.
You didn't see them, but you saw like the outline.
Okay.
It's fucking embarrassing, dude.
Right.
You don't know what I said when I got up?
What's that?
I was like, I think I went a little too hard in the CPR.
Mm-hmm.
No one laughed at that. And that made it worse.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's depressing.
And that's why you're not doing that today, huh?
I guess. Totally the reason. Yeah. I feel like if you get past that, you can get past anything.
I mean, I guess it didn't help. You're really not doing it.
Nah, but that's a whole different story.
Okay. I think you said you had 2 or 3.
What's that?
Stories?
Oh, yeah. I got diarrhea on the side of the road on my anniversary with my girlfriend. That's another one.
Twice, right?
Twice, yeah. Like, I think it was like...
Back-to-back years?
Like a 4-year and a 5-year, yeah.
Tell us more.
Oh, okay. Well, luckily it was at night. If it was in the middle of the day, it would have sucked so hard. But, like, we ate it like... a roadhouse. I won't say if it's Logan's or Texas. And, you know, I got a thing for buffalo wings, right?
He does.
Yeah. So I ate them and I was like, it's okay. We're going home after this. You know, I'll be okay. Wasn't okay, man.
Well, maybe you should say that, do they usually give you a problem or?
They can, depending on how saucy they are. If I get lost in the sauce, yeah. Yeah. We're getting rough.
Yeah.
But I thought I could hold it on the way home. You know, it's like a Friday or Saturday night in Lexington.
So already you're like,
yeah.
All right, I can make it home.
Yeah.
But we're not going to have any sweet loving on our anniversary.
Nah. No.
I just want to make it home to the potty.
Yeah. We've been together forever, you know.
Okay.
It happens randomly. We don't schedule it. Keeps it more romantic that way.
Sure.
Yeah. Even though I kind of have to schedule it, otherwise I'm just a fucking nasty boy. But apparently. But anyways, we get down to where the airport is, right? You know where I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
And everybody knows where Keeneland is.
Mm-hmm.
Keeneland, I feel like, is a national thing.
Surely, right?
Like horse racing.
Yeah.
So I can't hold it anymore. I'm like, you're going to pull up. Because, like, I'm fucking prairie dogging in the chair. And finally pull over, and we're in front of fucking Keeneland, of all places. On Versailles Road, like, the most busy fucking road.
It's pretty busy.
Yeah. And there's no, like, woods or anything to run into. You're basically just stuck right there on the grass in the open. So, like, I just drop them, I squat, and I just go. And cars are just whizzing past.
How far are you from the road?
Dude, I had to be, like, maybe 3 feet away.
Okay.
I was not that far away.
Mm-hmm.
I was in plain sight. Cars were driving past me. Lights were hitting me as I was taking a dump.
Do you take the pants completely off? Or
as far as I could before it hit, because there was no holding it anymore. Yeah, it was fine the second time because I had actually like napkins and stuff, but the first time I didn't have any napkins.
What do you do there?
You just take the underwear off and go. Like just go home. You're done for the day.
So,
and we've been together 10 years now. So
yeah, that's lovely.
Yeah, you survive 2 of those, you can survive anything.
She's a lucky woman.
Not 1, but 2. Yeah. Does that count as 2 and 3 right there?
Wait, was there another one?
I mean, I'm sure with more time I could come up with maybe 3 more.
Okay. Maybe if they come to you,
all right. I'll
interrupt the show.
I'll tell one more.
Okay, very good.
Okay. I kind of wish I had like left the, shitting near the horses. We'll call it the horse shit story. For last, but there's another one. So we go out to Old Chicago to eat, right? I think you might have been there for this.
Maybe.
We're there with Brandon and Marcus.
Okay, yeah.
There's this table behind us.
You shouldn't eat out. That's what I'm gathering.
Yeah, this is like the center of every story, right? Just don't go out in public. You might have to give CPR, and then you're gonna have to shit yourself with busted pants, and it's just no good. But there's this obnoxious guy behind it, and every time he laughs, it's like, So Marcus and Brandon start doing it, right?
Right. Of course.
They're just doing it back and forth, and I'm like getting embarrassed because I think the guy hears them, and he's no selling it if he's hearing them. He's not doing anything. just eating, and then all of a sudden you'll hear him go over there, and then Marcus and Brand over there like, I get tired of hearing that. I look at him and I'm like, and I'm shaking my head with that stupid like Looney Tunes face. I'm like, and then I look up and that guy is staring right the fuck at me. And he is pissed.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, because he thought I was the one doing it the whole time.
Well, yeah.
So, yeah.
Did he beat you up?
No. But he quit laughing after that.
Well,
they didn't.
I consider that a win, though, right?
I guess, yeah. It's
made him stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the other two, you know, I provided entertainment for them the rest of the night. Yeah, I just look up and I'm like, holy shit, he's just looking at me. Fucking wing sauce all over his stupid fat face.
Wait a minute.
It was a mirror.
Very good.
Thank you.
So they managed to get out of the office. They're in the hallway now. They're like, this is perfect. Everyone's in class. No one's going to see us. All good. As soon as they say that, of course, the bell rings.
Go ahead. The bell rings. Sorry.
What are you doing with that pen?
I mean, I'm testing your mics over here. You said they couldn't pick up stuff far away. I didn't want to hear them unclench my pen. I had to write another note.
Okay. And so everyone, of course, leaves class and sees them right in the middle of the hallway. You know, the same hallway we see in every episode. And everyone's like, ooh, these boys are looking pretty good. Topanga's over there with Eric, and she's like, gee, the squad is looking hot this year. And, of course, I think it was Shawn. As I said, we didn't watch this recently enough, but I think it was Shawn.
It had to be, yeah. Corey wouldn't say that.
That's
nonsense.
The Buns of Steel video must have paid off.
Yeah. Did your mom ever have any of those like workout at home videos?
Not that I recall. No.
Oh.
You?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Did she do them?
I don't know if she did them. She didn't do them when I was around. But
she had the collection at least. Yeah.
She had some Ron Simmons.
Oh, nice.
Or Gene Simmons. What was his name? Ron.
Gene Simmons. Yeah.
Not Gene Simmons. Sorry, dude. Please don't sue us, kiss.
Ron.
Yeah.
It's not Ron.
It's not Ron Simmons, but what's Richard Simmons? Is that right?
There you go.
Yeah, Ron Simmons is a fucking all-state Florida Seminole guy that wrestled.
Yeah.
Damn.
First black world champion.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. First wrestling world champion. Yep. Black.
Yep. Yeah.
So it's Richard Simmons, right? Did the aerobics videos and stuff?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
You're throwing me off now, but I think so.
Yeah. People know what I'm talking about, though. The guy named Simmons.
He's got kind of a fro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Work it, girls. Yeah. That guy. Yeah.
Now we're in trouble for some reason.
And then she also had Pilates for dummies and stuff like that.
Pilates for dummies?
Yeah. I think that one's actually sitting in there. Tara took that one.
Really?
Yeah. She was like, oh, okay.
She was like, oh, Pilates.
Yeah. She's like, I used to do Pilates in high school.
But now I'm a dummy, so
yeah.
I need this.
Yeah. Well, you're smart enough to do them back then. Why do you need this?
Then we see Vader making his, this is probably his second appearance, right?
Yeah, second. Because first he had that match with Eric.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's there with his son Frankie, and Frankie's in trouble because this is where we find out that Frankie and Joey had burned the clothes of Shawn and Cory, hence wearing cheerleader outfits at this point.
Yep. Had to put anything on they could find.
Well, I think they made them put that on.
Yeah, he made them put on anything he could find.
And so Frankie's like, hey, it wasn't my idea, but I'm not going to rat out my friend Joey, the rat.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't want to point any fingers, name any names, but Joey the Rat was the guy with the idea.
Yeah, as my friend Joey the Rat would say, live by the rat, die by the rat.
Yeah. He wasn't in that episode, though.
Was that a pretty good Joey? Or?
It was amazing.
Yeah.
I thought you were Joey the Rat right in front of me.
Well, thank you. And so Frankie is going to get suspended, right? Mm-hmm. And Vader says, hey, this boy is going to shape up. I'm going to make him work out, hit the gym, become a world champ, and be a good student. So
in that order of importance.
Yeah. And Vader yells a lot, and Feeney's all like, hey, you don't have to yell, dude. We're just chit-chatting. And Frankie says, oh, he's not yelling. That's normal speaking voice right now.
That's Vader on 4.
And then this little ha-ha I liked pretty well because the entire time you just see Frankie and Vader, right? Two giant dudes. And that's all we think that is in the room besides Feeney. And then they leave. And then you see Mrs. Stachino behind them. And she's this tiny little woman.
Unapproving lady.
And Feeney's like, oh, Mrs. Stachino, I'm so sorry.
Terribly sorry, Mrs. Stachino.
And so we see Cory and Shawn once again, and they have some new outfits, which is like just some sweatpants, sweatshirt kind of combo.
Just whatever they got from the Lost and fan.
Mm-hmm. And they said, I forget again who says this, but they were like, I don't miss the outfits, but there was some freedom in the skirts, right?
Yeah.
No.
I think it was Cory.
I could see that.
Yeah.
That's definitely a Cory thing.
Yeah.
You ever wore a skirt?
No.
Okay.
You?
I mean, probably. Yeah. I'm sure it's happened at least once.
Okay.
Just for fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
Party.
Yeah. That's right.
No. Was it freeing?
Felt great, you know?
Yeah. As if you couldn't remember. Like, well, it could have happened. I'm not ruling it out, but
Yeah. I don't remember, but
I do not recall.
I definitely wouldn't deny it happening. Let's just say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wish you could remember it so you could give me the context of why.
Yeah, if I could remember anything ever, that'd be great. But my memory, gone.
Yeah.
Too old.
I guess you don't have a lot of gray matter, do you?
I got a lot of gray in my head.
Yeah. None of it matters, though, huh?
No. No. Yeah. At least the hair's still there, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good for you.
Hey,
I don't know. I got my hair back. Look.
Hey.
Yeah.
That's looking pretty good.
Check that out. Yeah. Just ignore the little meadow in the center of the fucking forest up there.
Have you thought about some implants or anything?
From what, my ass?
You could do the back of your head.
Back of my head?
Mhm.
You were saying I got a hairy back of my neck?
I mean, people don't go bald in the back of their head ever.
Have you
Right?
seen my brother? His little patch back there?
Well, I don't know. And that's just unexplainable to this day.
So
right?
weird, yeah.
That's probably where he rubs his head like that a lot, you know? I don't. Is that some kind of weird tick he has? I don't know.
He's got a couple.
Yeah.
That's one.
Just a few.
Yeah. The other one
Rubs
is-
his hands together.
Yeah, I think he still does that, man. I think I heard him doing it the other night. Like,
Just rubbing his hands together.
he's just sitting in there watching something, and all of a sudden you hear that smacking. Like, I'll try to do it on mic here.
I think he's picking up.
There you go.
Very strange.
Yeah.
Maybe when we have him on, we'll have him explain it. Perhaps.
I don't know, man.
I feel like that episode would have to be a ratings grabber because we've talked about him so much.
We have built him up.
You know,
He has to deliver.
and then he's going to be this like the most boring guy.
That or so chill. Like,
Yeah. So, oh well.
yeah, he'll probably just tear me down through the
It's
whole show.
okay. It's whatever. Oh,
Yeah.
that's Marcus.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh no.
Oh boy. So they got the new outfits, freedom and skirts. And then Frankie is going to get them because Frankie, they ratted them out. So Frankie ratted Joey out. It's a whole thing. He's going to be in trouble. And, this is where Frankie did the rat thing, but whatever.
Yeah.
Doing my best here.
It's okay.
What notes do you have?
It's been a couple
You need
weeks.
to help us? No.
Vader, in capital letters and exclamation points.
How many?
Letters? I don't know. There's 5 letters in Vader, so 5 capitalized letters.
Yeah. What about the exclamation points?
Oh, 3.
Oh, me too.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Twins.
Yeah. So Frankie's upset and because his friend is gone now, Joey, and of course Harley's been gone, unfortunately. And so he walks alone with nothing but the grilled cheese sandwich that's in his pocket, which also brings me back to your brother
Yeah.
again.
Yeah. He's been known to carry food that shouldn't be in your pocket.
Yeah, he definitely has had a sandwich in his pocket
He
before
has.
for most of the day.
Yeah.
And jumping on a trampoline, if I recall correctly, with the sandwich in pocket.
Yep.
And then eating it later.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't like, oh shit, this sandwich was in my pocket and threw it away.
Yeah.
He picked that bad boy up and took a bite.
He picked that bad boy up and took a bite.
Yeah.
So Cory and Shawn will be Frankie's friend since he's alone, and also they don't want to get beat up.
Yeah. You ever befriended a bully?
Befriended a bully. No, I didn't really get bullied in school all that much, so.
Does that mean you're the bully?
No, of course not. I didn't do anything in school, let alone bully.
Yeah, I didn't really get bullied in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Middle school, here and there.
Maybe I had a friend that was a bully, but if that correlates at all, I don't know.
You had a friend who was a bully?
I mean, maybe, but it's not like I was like, I'm going to be friends with this bully.
Oh,
So,
okay. It's just like, oh, he's my friend. I didn't know this, but he turns out he is a bully.
He's a bad dude.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, like one guy used to like fuck with me in middle school, and then I ran into him like after graduating high school and stuff, and I'm like, how you doing, man? He's like, not too good. Wife's fucking leaving me and wanting to take the kid. And I was like, I never knew we were this close.
Yeah. So do you ever walk around and you see people, or I guess people see you and they talk to you and they're like, hey, blah, blah, blah. Long time no see, whatever. Yeah. And then they walk away. Because this happens to me a lot. And then I say to myself or whoever's with me, I have no fucking idea who that was.
Oh, usually it'll happen with people who are friends with Zach or knew Zach. my brother, who we were just talking about.
Yeah.
Like, I think I cost him a friendship just because I never talked to this dude that's worked at Walmart forever. But, like, he'll be like, yo, Zach, what's up? What's up, man? I'm like, I'm not Zach, dude. And eventually I just stopped correct. It's like, just keep walking. My name's not Zach. But then I came to realize who this guy was. And I would come in and be like, hey, what's up? And he'd just give me this look like, fuck you. Keep going.
Wow.
Yeah. Could have been Zach's best friend in the world, and I ruined it.
Not anymore.
Yeah. As far as like running into people though, but I actually knew. I went out to a bar on Tara's birthday with her and some of her friends, and a girl came up to me and started talking to me.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Didn't remember her name, but she wanted to know like all what I was up to. Tara gave her the fucking death glare. She looked like a sheep in the headlights and walked off. Yep. It was funny.
Did you like it?
I felt bad for the girl, but it was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens a lot, walking around Walmart or whatever, and then someone's like, hey, how you doing? Blah, 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 school. Like, I just kind of go, yeah, good. You? Okay. And then I say, yeah, I have no idea who that was. And I'm like, how sad are they that I made such an impression on them? I didn't do fucking shit in school.
Yeah.
How did I stick out and you remember me? And you probably did way more than me, and I have no fucking idea who you are.
Yeah, there was this one guy, like, never got along in high school, ever. All of a sudden, he comes to work at Lowe's when I'm working there. Like, he's all cool. Like, what's up, man? How you doing? What you been doing since high school? Like, we weren't friends, man. What are you doing? Just go on. There's no...
Maybe he's trying to make work easier.
There's no fucking...
Clear the tension,
camaraderie
perhaps.
Here. Well, okay, how about we make work easier? You go work in the department across from the department I work in that you were hired to work in. Don't come over here.
So they're going to be Frankie's friend, and they're going to go, I think, go to a poetry reading with him or something?
Yeah, Frankie's
I don't know.
very much into the poetry scene in Philadelphia.
And Frankie asked them, is their friendship going to be sincere, or is it to avoid tremendous amounts of pain? Of course, it's sincere. I use air quotes here.
Well, yeah.
Because they just don't want to get beat up. He's a big boy. He can take them both.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah. And then we go to Turner's house, and a girl keeps calling for Mr. Turner. And it's very creepy because she leaves a message and she knows what Turner is doing his little hand over the mouth thing.
Yeah.
And she calls that out because she was like, are you not home? Or are you standing there with Eli doing that little hand over the mouth thing? And he's doing it, and then he moves his hand, and he's like, what the fuck? Very strange. And so she's like, hey, call me, blah, blah, blah. No pressure. Bye. Still, sounds like an insane woman.
Yeah.
That's my impression so far based on this message she left.
That or a psychic. Probably a psychic.
Probably.
Yeah. Is this when we get the backstory from Eli and Turner about who she was? And Turner being like a trust fund baby?
Yeah, pretty much. We're getting there. Okay. Because Shawn goes on with this little dude thing. Remember that part? Where he's like, dude gets a phone call. Dude doesn't tell his little buddy who's calling. Whatever. He's like, whatever you say, the next thing better not start with dude. And he's like, man's got a problem with the word dude.
Is this when Turner goes, oops, you got no place to live?
It's coming up.
Okay. It's the best line of the entire episode.
And Turner explains to Shawn, hey, you know those 3 little words that you are scared to say or whatever? And Shawn says, is father home? No, it's I love you. And then Shawn, of course, is dumb, and he says, oh, man, I love you too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good stuff, Steve.
Yeah. And the Turner says, man's got to take a little walk. So, blah, blah, blah. Then this is where Eli says, hey, you ever heard about the one that got away? Blah, blah, blah. Do you remember this backstory?
Yeah.
Take over.
Okay, so Turner was part of a very wealthy family back in where? Connecticut?
Yes.
Is that right?
And the lady's name is Melanie.
Melanie was also part of a wealthy family in Connecticut. They were supposed to get married, and he was supposed to take over for his family's company or something like that. Is that right?
Yeah, whatever it was. I don't even think they mentioned it.
Yeah, but Turner was like, nah, I want my own life. So he went and started teaching. He's under the impression Melanie followed through.
Yeah, she's just going to come there and be like, hey, you made the wrong fucking choice. Yeah. You're poor. You're a teacher. Your life is meaningless.
Yeah.
And I'm driving some fancy car and wearing a fur coat.
Yeah, she's probably driving her BMW. Yeah. So what would you do in that situation? You going to go live your own life, or you going to take that guaranteed life of easy street?
Huh. What's the job?
I don't know. Probably some stupid ass, meaningless title with a big paycheck, like executive vice president or something.
Oh, so you don't really have to do anything?
I would assume not until your dad steps down or something.
It would be very hard to pass that up, I think.
Right? I think it's easy.
I think I would have to do it, but kind of not be involved necessarily and just kind of do whatever I wanted to do. So I would do both.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Like, I'm going to take
just have the security of the money behind it, right?
I think it's super easy to go one way or the other depending on where you started from.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're that person that's grew up with money and everything. And when you have money, like, it opens you up to worry about other things, like purpose and interests and all these other things that when you're trying to just keep a roof over your head, like, time to worry about.
Right. Maybe you don't have a podcast about Boy Meets World. You got other shit going on.
Yeah. So it's easier to be like,
wow, we have money?
I want to carve my own life. I want to, do my own thing. I want to struggle.
Yeah.
Whereas...
Well, I think you're fucking crazy.
Yeah. I was about to say, where if you're us, that silver spoon starts sounding pretty tasty.
But yeah, maybe it does suck. I don't know. I've heard the saying, maybe you've heard it before. It's more money, more problems.
Yeah. I would love some more money.
Yeah. I think I could deal with the problems with the money. Perhaps.
Yeah, I mean, what is it? Like, life is a struggle. Mm-hmm. So you just have to choose what struggles you want to endure.
Mm. Yeah. So what are you doing? How about that?
What are you doing?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, which choice are you making?
I'm taking the money, dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I thought you would be maybe a little more in line with me with the money and doing your own thing, because we've had kind of this talk before, and I called you an idiot.
Oh, because I would take the money and
still go to school or whatever.
Oh, yeah. That was back when I was like, I'm going to be a fucking physician.
Yeah. Because I was like, I don't forget what it was or how you would have got the money, but it was like millions of dollars.
$2 million. What would you do? I was like, and you look up from your food and you're like, you're a fucking idiot. And I was like, I hope you don't choke on that fucking food. 2 minutes later, like you're choking on your food.
I did, yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing that CPR.
You're welcome.
And ripping your pants.
That's what I should just go fucking do. Forget this college shit and just go work in Louisville or something, be an EMT.
Oh, God. You would need one yourself.
Huh? Nah, be all right.
Think so? All right.
Probably some long-ass hours.
Yeah.
16-hour shifts and stuff.
I wouldn't start during this season.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's when all the overtime is.
Yeah.
24 hours. Mm-hmm. I'm just kidding. Right. They pay really.
Do they?
For it's relative, everything's relative. Like EMTs don't make anything really, but up there they make like 15 starting.
Hey.
So yeah, which paramedics make that in lots of parts of the country. So
what are you gonna do?
I know.
I mean, what are you gonna do?
Our struggle's real. I'm gonna take the money and run. So
there we go.
That's what we just talked about.
Yeah, let's do that. And so
especially if I'm gonna be getting married to a woman that's gonna have her own bookstore.
Yeah,
we'll get to that.
Okay. Yeah. So Frankie walks Cory home. What'd you think about that?
It was so gallant of him to do that.
Was it? Yeah. He lets himself right into the house.
Yeah.
Like, that's very weird. And he asks Amy if Cory could come over for a sleepover Friday.
Yeah.
While Cory is behind her and doing the nixing the idea over here.
That's probably why she was like, sure, because he was behind Amy and not in front of Amy, where he should have been giving her the explanation. Hey, don't send me to my death, Mom. Mm-hmm. Keep me home. Keep me safe.
Yeah. Did I say Amy?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, he was behind Frankie doing it. How about that?
But Frankie's a big dude. Amy couldn't see him.
Maybe that's it. I could see him, though, from the camera angle, so
yeah.
I don't know how she was sitting, if she could or not. I'm going to assume she did, and she just wanted to do the opposite of what her son wanted to piss him off.
Yeah.
Because she's the wife of the devil.
True. We haven't talked about that a lot here lately. Alan hasn't had a lot of screen time.
I got something next episode, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
And so Frankie the Enforcer, he doesn't need friends, blah, blah, blah. This is Cory talking to Amy here.
Yep.
Because he's a badass. He doesn't need friends. People are scared of him, so on and so forth. And Amy lets him know, hey, there's more to him. Everybody needs friends. Good motherly words like that. Where's your stance on this?
I don't know. I was always asking to go stay the night at places. It was never my friends asking for me.
Oh.
Yeah, Mom's like, it's rude to ask to stay the night at people's house.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, sorry.
It's okay.
Did you get to go?
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
I used to like sleepovers because I got to play with the kids' toys because that's why I was over there anyways. Didn't give a shit about the friend. I just wanted to hang out with the toys.
Wow.
Yep. And now I'm alone.
Oh, boy. Then we see Eric, and he's got his arm around Frankie, and he's like, oh, man, since it's a 3-day weekend, you should keep Cory all weekend.
And
real asshole.
Yeah, Cory is freaking out.
Mm-hmm. And then what happens? Let me turn the page, you find out.
Oh, man, I guess we cut back to Turner and Shawn, right?
Yeah, this is where the Shawn has no place to live line happens.
Yeah.
I don't know how it comes about because my notes are very good.
Well, I think it's because Turner comes out and he's dressed to go meet, what's her name? Mallory? Or
Melanie.
Melanie, there we go. And he's like, how do I look?
Mm-hmm.
And then Shawn makes like a funny little quip. And I can't remember what he said.
Right.
And he's like, and Turner starts laughing. He's like, oops, you got no place to live.
Pretty over the top sick burn on this poor boy.
Like if I came from a broken home in a trailer park and was like really good with teenage girls, I would totally want Turner to take me in.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's awesome.
Yeah. But how would you feel if someone said, oops, you have no place to live now?
Jokingly?
I don't know. Was it a joke?
If it's a joke, I'm laughing with him.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not a joke, I'm crying alone.
And so then we see Turner, he's getting ready for this, and he's like, hey, Shawn, get ready to see the fucking bitchiest, richy girl ever. And then she comes in, and well, she's just a girl.
Yeah.
Got a t-shirt, some jeans on.
Yeah, she's very casual looking.
Yeah, doesn't seem richy at all.
Yeah, she comes in, she's like, what up, Turner? Ready to go date?
What up, Turner? Ready for a date?
Yeah, well, she didn't sound that husky, but...
Oh.
Okay.
What up, Turner?
What up, Turner? You ready for a date?
And so she is not Money Melanie anymore.
No.
And then we see Cory and Shawn, and they're at Chubby's. And of course, Frankie followed them there as well. He is a fast guy. Pound for pound, the fastest guy in John Adams High. John Adams? You sure it's not Sam Adams? Pretty sure.
Okay.
I haven't seen the episode in a while, but
yeah.
Pretty sure. So Cory is kind of saying to Shawn what his mom had told him, like, everyone has good qualities, whatever. And then they kind of see the good, but also not the good at the same time, I guess, where everyone is scared of Frankie. So people are clearing tables for him, bringing him food. And so here's where it comes in, where they're like, hey, this could be beneficial for us.
Yeah. And Cory and Shawn are thinking, everyone's afraid of Frankie. We start hanging out with Frankie. We can manipulate them the way he does.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, what do you think about that?
It's underhanded, and that's why you shouldn't befriend somebody.
You should avoid all people so that doesn't happen to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what you learned this week.
Yeah.
No, kind of shitty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, definitely.
Very opportunist of them.
Well, you put it that way, then I don't see the bad.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, what'd you think of it? But I just got my answer.
Yeah. You got to do whatever you can to get ahead in this life,
Yeah, it's a jungle.
Yeah.
Be the tiger.
Exactly.
Not the rabbit.
No.
They have rabbits in the jungle?
Yes.
They do?
Yes.
Okay.
Jungle rabbits. Never heard of them?
No. No, I haven't.
Then we see Turner and Melanie, and they're out on their date. And this is where we find out that she had also ended up doing what Jonathan did, which she went out on her own after thinking Jonathan was out of his fucking gourd to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Then she jumped in and she started her own business, which is a bookstore. And did you have something to say about a bookstore? Or?
Would love to own a bookstore.
Would you?
Yeah.
A comic book store? You nerd?
Comics, regular book, doesn't matter. Yeah.
Okay.
It'd be amazing.
Why? What's up with your dream of a bookstore?
Just the atmosphere.
Or is it even a dream, or this just came up and you're like, hey, that would be cool?
It'd be cool. Yeah. I thought about, like, back when I was still trying to figure out what I wanted to do in my life, I was like, maybe we should definitely do a comic book store. That'd be fun. Manage my own business and stuff. But everything I read was like, oh, you're thinking about doing a comic book store? So the first step in doing this is don't fucking do it, because it's a dying industry.
Wow.
Well, brick and mortar.
Yeah.
Because everything's going to online. Bookstores too, like Amazon's killing. So.
Well, like Kindles and shit. Sure.
Yeah, that too. But there's just something about the atmosphere,
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know if you would get rich.
No. Probably break even
or even be all that comfortable.
No.
But I guess if you can live off of it and enjoy it,
mm-hmm.
I think that's a win, right?
But I think, like, the biggest thing with comic stores in particular is, like, you get these people that come in there and they just want to try to rip you off, or they want to sell you something that's worthless.
Mm-hmm. Well, and you hire someone that has the balls to say, well, fuck off.
Are you going to do that for
nerd?
Me? You going to do that for me? Okay.
We don't want that shit.
They're going to come in there to you and be like, so, hey, how's the new Venom run been? And you just look at them like, I don't read fucking comics, nerd.
Yeah, what is a Venom? Yeah. Get out of here.
I got some Venom for you. Fuck out of my store.
I spit Venom?
Hey,
I created that?
Oh, my gosh. It was either you or Nick. It definitely wasn't me.
But yeah, that would be cool. Yeah. You should do that.
Comic book store?
Yeah.
You can't, man. There's no way to make any money off of it.
No. Okay. It's all about money for you, isn't it?
I mean, it's not going in the hole, yeah.
No, we're definitely not in the right area for that.
No.
Plus, there's already one.
It's not a comic book store anymore.
Oh, really?
It's a game center, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What is a game center?
Like it's just a bunch of tables and people come in and play their cards, their tabletop games.
How do you make money off that?
I guess you do.
How are they paying rent?
Well, you have your pre-release parties, which I'm sure they have to have people pay to play.
And how often is that?
Whenever a new set comes out, every Friday, they'll have the Friday Night Magic. So I think you have to pay to play that.
How much are you paying?
I'm not sure.
Do you think there's enough turnout and pay? I don't see how it exists anymore.
Well, I mean,
I'm just going to get boiled down to it, yeah.
If you go in there and buy a card, you probably, because, they're selling rare cards, because cards can range from anywhere like $50 depending on the card.
Right.
So I don't know how much like TCG Player and all that stuff is like killed that.
Well, I mean, how often are they getting the rare cards, and how often are they selling them in this tiny community?
Well, you got to think they get, that I don't, but you got to think they get like their booster box, the set of packs of cards and stuff. They get them wholesale.
Okay.
Then you sell it. Say you get, for instance, a booster box for like $50.
You do accounting, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. And I could do this part at least. You get it for, say, $50 a box. You then sell the box as a set for maybe $90, $120. Well, there's a certain amount of each card that comes in a box. Might be the ultra rare. You get 2 in every box. You're going through one box just to see all the cards you get, right?
Sure.
So you got all the trash commons and all that shit. You get those 2. Say they're both worth 50. You can sell them both for 50, and you already almost paid for your box just off that.
Okay, you paid for a box. Have you paid for rent?
No.
Yeah.
I don't know how much is there.
It has to be high.
But I'm saying that's not the only thing giving you income out of that box.
Mm-hmm.
You have all the other booster boxes that you bought that you're selling individual packs out of for $7 or $8. So
I don't know. I mean, Louisville or Lexington, maybe.
Yeah. But they have their own.
But
here, they're congested.
I don't know.
Like Lexington's got 3 or 4. Louisville's got 2 or 3. And plus the other thing is too, they're not just selling comics. If we're going to the comic book mall, they're selling figurines. They're selling classic vintage toys. They're selling vintage poster, print, manga, shit like that. In some cases, vinyl too.
Oh, really?
Like The Great Escape in Tennessee.
So you going to jump in or what?
It'd be a very fun business, I think. But just dealing with shoplifters, dumbass people that don't want to come in there and just look and not buy anything.
Yeah, just people like your brother hanging out in there.
Yeah, like, little trolls driving away business because they pull sandwiches out of their pockets and start eating it at the table. But no, I'm just saying it would be fun, but it's one of those things where it's a niche. It's disposable income. It's a hobby. It's not a necessity, which makes it harder to keep steady business.
Right.
Okay.
So you're jumping in.
Yeah, tomorrow.
All right. Look for more comics or what are you going to call it?
I'm going to call it. I don't know.
Okay.
I'll come up with it.
Look for that in 2020.
See, I can't even come up with a name. What makes you think you can run a fucking business?
And so Turner and Melanie are still out on their date. She's talking about how, changing her life had scared her, but she saw him do it and, he's doing all right, I guess. And that they had, were together, everyone had seen them becoming married, living a life, being rich together, whatever. But then they didn't really know each other because that's all they knew, right? You're rich, I'm rich.
Yeah, that's the way it should be. Keep it pure.
Yeah.
Connecticut blue blood.
But now they both know who they are, what they do. So maybe it would work out. Who knows, right?
Yeah, maybe.
And she used to have a Beamer, right?
Yeah.
And Turner said, those seats went all the way back, didn't they? And then she said, still got it.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right.
Yeah, they still do. And he's like, what? You still got the Beamer? She's like, yeah, I got to get around to my bookstores.
Yeah, of course.
So,
Beamer. What do you think about that?
I don't like them.
Okay.
Tara's a big fan of BMW. Big fan.
Hopefully there's a lot of fans of BMW out there.
Really? Oh, we got to get a BMW.
I mean, that's our show.
Oh.
God damn.
Wow. I'm an idiot. I came up with that too. You remember our freaking...
Skype session?
Yeah, our Skype handles. Yours was Steve BMW. Mine was Kyle Volvo.
Yeah.
That doesn't get enough laughs.
No.
It's awesome.
Nothing we said on that show got enough laughs.
No.
I don't even think it ever came out.
It probably didn't. Good for him. I wouldn't release it if I was him.
I think he still listens, maybe. Hey.
What's up, man?
If you still listen.
How you doing?
Then we're at lunch with Frankie, and Frankie clears the table, of course, because everyone's scared still. This is getting harder with these notes. They just don't make any sense.
Bleed together. What's your next note? I might be able to help you out.
Frankie, not friends? Question mark?
I think he is this at the point where he confronts the two boys about how because have we glossed over the fact that the boys are kind of bullying the smaller kids, like dances with sweaters and stuff?
We're just about to meet dances.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they join him. Then they see Dances come along with the sweater, and they're trying to think of the name, and they call him Dances with Sweaters. And Frankie's all like, well, you got the kids doing dry cleaning for you now? This is getting ridiculous, right? So Frankie says he's going to reflect.
Yeah, and he leaves.
And then Frankie is going around in the hallway, and everyone's avoiding him. There's like a little circular bench kind of thing in the hallway, which I don't think is usually there.
No, it was there just for this part.
Yeah. There's a lot of kids hanging out on it, right? And of course, they all leave when Frankie is there, and he sits down, and he's all sad. And then Feeney comes, and he's like, hey, I heard you're hanging out with Shawn and Cory. Good for you. You got some buddies. And he's like, maybe not so much, right? Because I think they're just like my old friends, Joey and Harley.
He didn't even mention Griff.
They all see me as the enforcer. Not as a human, this poor boy.
Yeah, his reputation is what he's defined by. They don't get to know the real Frankie.
No. And so he ends up leaving a message for Cory and Shawn. And I think, wait, is it a written message or an audio?
I think it's an audio.
Okay.
So remember what it says, though?
He wants to meet him, I think, right?
Oh, yeah.
But then we see Turner and Eli, and Turner's talking about how he had a great time with Melanie. Totally different. But he is not moving. And Shawn is, well, he's glad because he said the money would spoil him. So.
Yeah. Oh, Shawn, would spoil himself, yeah.
And Turner says a line which is important to this episode because he's talking about Melanie and how they grew up like that rich or whatever, but they didn't know who each other really were. And he says, with that, along the lines of you miss who someone really is with all the other bullshit going on, right?
Yeah.
So Shawn takes that to heart. He picks up that line. He's like, wait, I'm in a similar situation.
Yeah. Frankie.
With Frankie, yeah.
He's not really the enforcer.
And then Shawn and Cory meet up. Turns out Dances put this meeting together.
Yeah. Maybe it was a letter.
Maybe.
Because it was audio. Wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah. They made Frankie do it.
Who was this kid that was playing Dances with Sweaters?
I forget his name.
But he's been in other stuff.
But he's been in a lot of stuff. If any old-time listeners have heard me talk about Picket Fences, he was in that. He was also in Kindergarten Cop, if you've ever seen that.
Oh, yeah. That movie's awesome. Who is your daddy and what does he do?
He's in Under Wraps, if you've seen that.
Oh, yeah. Where they put high karate all over that mummy. That's what I took away from.
They put what?
Put high karate on the mummy. The cologne. High karate. Under Wraps. You don't remember that movie?
I do remember the movie. I don't remember the cologne.
Oh, no. Well, like, the mom's dancing with, I guess she thinks it's the dad, like, dressed up as a mummy. And she's like, is that high karate? And she's like, normally that stuff stinks, but it smells so good on you.
He's also in Santa with Muscles with Hulk Hogan.
Oh, wow. Brother.
He's in Child's Play 2.
Never seen it. I've never seen any of the Child's Play movies.
That's all I got for this list. But a bunch more.
Yeah, he's been in stuff then.
He gets out there.
Definitely.
He gets more work than the cast of this show.
Yeah, well, I think they peaked, man. I don't think they're going to get much else, Much is.
What's that?
Much is.
They might.
Because we're
might come back around
in the
for
fucking bayou down there in Louisiana.
And so Dances put this meeting together, and he says, me and the rest of the 7th graders have had enough of your bullshit.
Yeah.
You don't have Frankie with you, we're going to rip you to shreds. Yeah. We're not doing your fucking dry cleaning anymore.
We're going to peel the meat from your bones, use your fucking head for a Brillo pad for our sink. It's over, Mr. Matthews.
And so Frankie's not there, so they surround Cory and Shawn. And then Frankie comes in. And they all scatter about, right? And Cory, or Shawn, I believe, is the one to step up. He's like, what are you guys running for, right?
Yeah.
Just a dude. Yeah. And they're like, Frankie the Enforcer. He's going to fucking kill us. Yeah. That's what he does.
Yeah.
That's who he is.
We got to nope the fuck out of here.
And then Cory steps in. He's like, no, don't you guys know? He has a very poetic soul. He's a great man.
He's tender.
And then Frankie starts to smile, right? And then the 7th graders say, oh, he's showing his teeth. We got to get the fuck out of here.
So frightened.
And where are we at here? And then, of course, Frankie asks them once again, hey, did you mean all that shit you just said? Or are you once again trying to avoid an indescribable pain? Ooh. And no, they're cool, right? So they're friends. And
did he really start barking like Vader?
I just threw that in.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait a minute, did he do that? I don't remember that.
So they're like, hey, let's go get a burger with our new pals. And they do that, right?
Yep.
And so then we see, where are we at here?
Are we back?
Horrible decision.
Yeah. Are we back with Shawn and Turner at this point?
I think this is the end credits scene. And they're at home, right? And Vader comes over.
Okay, yeah.
And he's throwing a fit and he's yelling. And he's going to attack Cory. And then Amy comes down and she's like, you don't act like this at the PTA meeting. And then he attacks Eric.
Yeah, picks him up, starts pressing him and shit.
Yeah. He's about to go for the big slam, but unfortunately it cuts off before we get.
Yeah, if only.
Because it would have been a 1, 2, 3. Easy.
Yeah, Vader was going over in that house.
Oh, definitely. And that is the end of the episode. You might want to watch it again, and maybe we should too.
Yeah. Going forward, we'll need to watch before we do this.
Perhaps.
So, big thing with this episode is first impression.
Yeah, I think we have probably learned this lesson before from the show.
What about something that surprised you about another person that contradicts your idea of them?
I don't think I have anything off the top of my head like that exactly. I do have a best bud that I definitely did not love the first time I met him, but now I love him a lot now. His name is Michael Bowler.
Oh, okay, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
The very first time I went to his house, I was like, this is the most sarcastic asshole I've ever met in my entire life. Mm-hmm. And then you spend some more time with the fella and you're like, oh, that's just kind of what he does, right?
Yeah. It's a front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
you adopted it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Took it into yourself.
Yeah. We rubbed off on each other.
Yeah.
And it was hot.
Been close ever since. I have been told a few times that people think that I'm like a really hardcore Republican and stuff until they start talking to me.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Why? How?
I guess because I'm from the fucking boonies or something. Wore jeans and boots and flannel.
Yeah, I could see it.
Yeah, so it looked like I love my guns or something. It's been great. Boar Meets World. We'll see you guys next week for season 3, episode 14. I don't know what's called. I didn't write that down.
314? It is a kiss is more than a kiss.
A kiss is more than a kiss.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Mark, and I'm one of the hosts of Massive Late Fee. Do you remember Blockbuster? Well, we do, and we racked up a lot of late fees there. That's why we're glad there's things like Netflix, Hulu, and Blockbuster has died, mostly because of us. We cover streaming shows and pretty much whatever we want. Join us every Thursday as we talk TV and movies on Massive Late Fee. You can find us at Massive Late Fee on Twitter, Massive Late Fee on Facebook. You can email the show at massivelatefee@gmail.com, and you can find us at MySpace, Massive Late Fee. Massive Late Fee, the best podcast we can think of.